Well, good morning to you. Thursday morning. Cool. Some fog out today, but I'm hoping it's going to lift so we can see a few airplanes and all going over. Be lovely, wouldn't it? Well, here we are. Now, look, I'm going to. I got wished 3 birthdays today. My friend up in Hertfordshire, Michael Pascoe. Happy birthday to you, pard. Have a nice day. My friend down Crowless, Liz Lloyd, a great friend of ours, and I want to thank her for all she do for us, for helping us to raise money for charities, etc. Thank you, Liz. And you have a nice day, and you look after a Ray mine. And then I got my school friend, Eddie James, live up corner up there. Have a nice day, boy. Just enjoy yourselves. Now, anyhow, I want to say welcome to all the world leaders in the G7 summit to our great country of Cornwall. So I thought I'd just do this little poem. You've heard it, some of you heard it before, but there we are. If Mr. Biden is listening or Boris is listening, they might be interested in him. This is proud to be Cornish. After having dug to a depth of 10 feet last year, Australian scientists found traces of copper wire dating back over 200 years and come to the conclusion that their ancestors already had a telephone network more than 150 years ago. Not to be outdone by the horses, in the week that followed, an American archaeologist dug to a depth of 20 feet, and shortly after, a story was published in the New York Times. American archaeologists finding traces of 250-year-old copper wire have concluded that their ancestors already had an advanced high-tech communication network 50 years earlier than the Australians. 1 week later, the council in Cornwall reported the following. After digging as deep as 30 feet in St. Just, Denzel Pemberthy, a self-taught archaeologist, reported that he found absolutely bugger all. Denzel was therefore concluded that 250 years ago, Cornwall already had gone wireless. Just make it bloody proud to be Cornish, Donna. This here one's by Liz Armand now. Sorry, I'm struggling with the book a bit. We held a village concert. Handsome it was, it's true. We dressed the stage up lovely with flags, red, white and blue. We sang Rule Britannia, the songs from foreign lands, and you should have seen a Scottish dancing. My stars now, it was grand. Well, they all looked so natural as they jigged about in the dance. You wouldn't have thought they'd come from Scotland, not from Newlyn or Penzance. Then Elizabeth recited, yes, she was good as gold, remembered every word of it, 12 verses it was all told. And then some of them put on a play, it was proper show, about an interfering woman, just like, oh well, you know. There was mother with her knitting and granny sitting there, complaining and reading the Cornishman, just like life, I swear. The poor forlorn little daughter and the nosy Parker from next door, to I and mighty neighbours completed all the score. To make the stage like home-like, they brought some things along, a table, chairs, a potted fern, and things that do belong. When the play was ended with a woman's having a qualm, we all said, lovely, wasn't it? Yes, that play went like a bomb. And then we'd had a fashion show that I couldn't quite understand, for the bride had onions round her neck and a broccoli in her hand. It was almost entertaining, and music, now that was good, for our David played the piano as only David could. His hands flied up and down the keys, he made not one mistake, while the music flowed in endless stream without a single break. When the concert was all over, they gave us a lovely tea to help us through our strength up. Well, it's exhausting work, you see. We had our fill of splits and buns and other such like. We were glad to pack up everything. We felt we'd done enough. Where do we want this table? Said David to the cast. Right down the street. Round the back, said the chairman as she passed. So loaded down, he started off to do just exactly that. Now what we heard a shout, an awful crash, and we said, what is that? So we went round running after him to see what was alarming the land, and found boy David standing there, a table leg in his hand. I don't know how what's happened, but it started off complete. Now you see all the rest was rolling down the street. Then we went running after her, and it must have been a sight to see we chasing legs and things 11 o'clock on a night, Friday night. But when we think in years to come about that merry band, shall we only remember David, a table leg in his hand? Or shall we think with pleasure of the part that each did play, of the village concert evening one Friday night in May? Thanks very much. Have a nice day, and all take care.